Good day and welcome to Production Talk. My name is Reinhardt, and in today's video we'll be looking at the difference in programming drums and recording with an acoustic drum kit. This is a 3-part video, so be sure to catch parts 2 and 3 after this video. So if you're struggling to record and add drums to your project or want to know if you should program them, stay tuned for more. Let's get started. In this video, we'll be looking at the different options you have to record your drum tracks, and in the videos to follow, we'll have a bit of a more in-depth look at how they work and how to use them. So you have an awesome beat in your head, or you have a song in front of you that needs a beat. So how are you going to get that beat from an idea to audio? You have two options. You can either record the drums, or you can program it using MIDI. Before the time of programming and fancy computer gadgets, an entire band was placed in a studio. They hit the record button and were told to play. As technology advanced through the decades, a lot of artists started using programmed drum loops and ultimately started programming their own drum tracks. Programming is a lot cheaper, as you do not need to hire a drummer or have a drum kit. However, some songs and genres require a unique sound that only a real drum kit can produce, and can sound a bit incomplete using only MIDI. You can adjust the sound of the drum kit to your liking as well. Here are the two different options and how they can be used. So to start off with, the drum kit has got a lot of different drums itself, so you're going to need a lot of different mics on specific places to get the audio or the sound that you want. Depending on your audio interface, you can either have only 2 available spots for drum mics, or you can go all the way up to 16 or even more, depending on what you want to do. In the next video, we'll take a closer look on how we can mic up the whole drum kit and some techniques and tips and tricks into what you can do, especially when you have a limited setup or limited amount of mics or channels. So working with MIDI is very simple, and this is how you do it. Great, so after you have created your song, this is what you will end up with. If you haven't seen the video on how to work with the basics of the DAW, you're welcome to go and have a look at that video. There should be a flag appearing up on the right top corner of your video right now. So working with MIDI is very simple. Most you're going to be programming it, so I'm going to go very quickly because I have done this before in a previous video, but we can go. And one thing to remember is with MIDI, you're going to not add an audio track because you're not going to be recording plain audio. You're going to be working with instruments, so you're going to be adding an instrument track. Okay, so that's what we'll be ending up with. In Studio One, this is a little icon you will be getting when you're working with an instrument track. That is what it's going to be looking like. Okay, so then you're going to have a lot of, right here on the right, you will have a lot of instruments that you will be that you can add onto that. So there's a lot, as you can see, there's so much instruments that you can add to just play around with. It's possibilities are endless, but for now we're mostly working with drums, so I'm going to just drag a drum kit onto that channel, and this is what we'll be ending up with. So I'm just going to find what drums I want, and you can hear already there they are. So there are drums that you know on the keys there, you will find the drum that you need. You probably have to play around to find it. There's a snare, there's a kick, that sounds like a hi-hat. So there you already have your 3 basic drums you're going to be using. And then also what you're going to be doing is you're going to be programming it. So all this I'll do in depth with the video part 3 of this, where I'll show you how to do that. But then you'll be able to go and you can program. I'm quickly going to do a quick program here. That's the kick. Let's put that there. Let's do it. That's fine. Let's do, where's the snare? I think that's snare. And that's snare. And then I'm going to loop this like that. Loop it here, and they should have. Actually, this must be like this. There we go. And also, yeah, before I forget, hi-hats. There's hi-hats. must be here. Okay, there we go. So there you will find a basic drum beat. So easy as that. So that is doing it in the computer. Please note this is not a sponsored video and none of the products or companies that are mentioned in this video are sponsored. The hardware and software used are by personal preference only or items that we already own and have on hand. The links of the products and companies we use in this video are in the description below. If you like this video and would like to see more, please hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to get notified when a new video is available. You can also follow us on Facebook at Production Talk channel and Instagram at production.talk. The links will appear on screen and in the description below. There you can stay up to date on events, news and up and coming videos. If you have any feedback, suggestions or questions, feel free to drop it in the comments below or via any of the previously mentioned social media platforms. We will try our best to respond to them. This is a quick explanation to show you the difference of the two options, how to set them up and how to use them. In part 2 we'll be looking at an acoustic drum kit recording setup. I will give you some tips and tricks on how you can record your acoustic drum kit at home and get that perfect sound to go with your project. Thanks for watching, we'll see you in part 2.